And good morning, sorry, good afternoon, at least where I am, everyone. This is the 14th of April, 2021. It's about 1:49 p.m. Eastern Time. We got a lot going on in the market. We got Bitcoin that's kind of poking 65. We've got the S&P, which is doing okay. We've got SPY just poking up into the 413.50 area. We have the S&P SPX poked 4150 today. 4151.69 was the high of the day today. And I'd like to go ahead and get into analysis on the S&P 500. I want to take a look at the S&P, Nasdaq, Bitcoin. I also have some alts that I want to take a look at today. I haven't really looked at alts much in the last couple weeks. So I want to take a look at Coinbase. Yeah, maybe I'll take a look at Coinbase. We'll see. There's really not a whole lot to look at there. I'm going to take a look at VeChain, Cardano, Doge, Lumens, and Ripple. So those are the ones I want to take a look at. If there's anything you want me to take a look at, just throw a comment in the YouTube chat. I'll be more than happy to take a look at those. All right. So before I get into any of this, of course, as you all know, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I'm just giving my opinion on the market. I'll be more than happy to take a look at ICX. I'll definitely take a look at that. All right. And if you need access to our Discord, if you're not in our Discord, if you are just nonchalantly following this on YouTube only, there's some links in the video description for you to get free access to the Discord. There's also links to get access to our insured rooms. And also, if you want to use the indicator that I use, there is a link there for you to get access to our indicator as well. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I've got the Bitcoin chart here, which really, this little guy hasn't changed much at all. We've been keeping an eye on this since, I want to say it's been like February. We've been watching this guy, watching him closely. And as you can see, we've been keeping an eye on this. And, late March to early April, I was kind of expecting there to be a little bit of a bottom, and we were creating a little bit of a wedge here. And I believe that this is done. And I think that we will possibly continue moving up. I think that we're in a correction. As you can see, I have predicted that we have a little bit of a correction going on. Yeah, I'll take a look at Matic. That's no problem. Gold. I'll take a look at gold. Yeah, no worries. We'll take a look at all of these things when we get closer to the end. But now that we've got Bitcoin doing this, I've got basically a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So this is really pretty bullish, what we've got going on here. This looks very, very bullish. Of course, we're up here at overhead resistance right now. I would expect there to be a little bit of a pullback. I am going to be expecting that to happen. Let me just kind of fix this guy for the moment here. What I'm unsure of, I'm just going to fix this. I'm going to get this going up here like that. All right. I want to see what happens inside of this little compressionary region that we're currently in. Obviously, this expansion, I've got a channel here. So the yellow is really my channel. The yellow and then the green being my median. We also have all the way down here to the bottom. We have our expansion target, which is now providing support. So I have to think that that area is going to be pretty important for support. This flat top right here on this wave 3 is also going to be pretty important. I do think, however, we will kind of fall down back here to about 59,800. But as I said on the video that I did 2 or 3 days ago, as long as Bitcoin is consolidating above 59,000, especially if it's above 60,000, this is very, very bullish. So don't get super bearish just because we've poked all-time high. This, again, and I mentioned this a couple days ago, this is not indicative of a major market top. This does not look like a major market top. Sure, it can be a local top. We can get a little bit of a pullback. But in my opinion, top is not in. Top is not in. I think, honestly, we've got the 1, 2, And that's what this guy is measuring. So if I take this, I'll just kind of show you where this is coming from. We've got basically the bottom, and then we've got the top of wave 1, and then here's the wave 2. What's our upside target for this? Well, we've got the 1618. Our wave 3 should be sitting somewhere around $93,000. Are we going to get there? I think we will. I think we will, because again, we've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3, potentially up here to about 82, 83,000. Pull back for the 4, we go up for the 5. More than likely, we're going to hit 90,000. More than likely, we are going to hit 91,000. Now, what happens from there is really anybody's guess. I think we will have more of a significant pullback from there. But also, keep in mind, I'm talking like almost $30,000 above where we are right now. That's 50% on top of where we are even right now. Would you be willing to go long at $60,000 to close it out at $90,000? I mean, what's your risk to reward on a trade like that? It's, it's too good to be true. Now, I'm not saying to go out and get, 25, 50x leverage, but certainly you can control your trade pretty well. You have to give it some time. Give it some time. Wait until, closer to the end of April. Take that trade up to the 1618. 52%. 52%. If you take 2x leverage is 100%. That's a trade that I'd be willing to take. That's risking on a 2x leverage. That's risking about 8%. 8% risk for a potential 100% gain. It's possible. Possible. So the WXY at my current red 2, I assume you're talking about this guy right here. So we've got 5, 3. So, and actually, I'm not a huge fan of this being an ABC. I do believe this was 5 waves down. So let me just kind of zoom in, because I think, Dennis, I think you are referring to this right here. So in my opinion, this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was definitely 5 waves. And then ABC. And then let me just make a correction here. I haven't looked at this in a while. I believe that this is more than likely a 1, 2, 3, ABC, 4, go down for the 5. I think that this is more than likely what we've got going on down here. So this would be a nice ABC correction there. Let's see here. What about a WXY with a 4 at my current red 2? I think that's what you were referencing. Let me know if I'm off base here. But I still think, we've got a nice 5-wave structure up, 3-wave structure down. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had a nice ascending wedge here into wave 4, going into wave 5, and we had a little bit of a pullback there. So I think this was the A. It was a quick A, then a B, and then I think we're still going to go down for that C. Not really sure how long it's going to take. It could be that it takes an hour. It could be that it takes longer than that. More than likely, it's going to take longer. But in my opinion, we're still bullish. This, again, is not a top, in my opinion. I do not believe we have a top. I'm actually going to clean up a little bit of this because I've got a lot going on. And, just in case you're watching for the first time, I do all of my stuff live. I don't prepare anything ahead of time. So, yeah, I will definitely take a look at ICX, and I'll post the chart in the Discord for you as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and, yeah, again, just real quick before I move on, I still think we're going to make our way up to about 82 to 83, get a little bit of a pullback. That's going to be your wave 3 on a lower subdivision. And then we're going to get a pullback for wave 4, up for wave 5, which I think is going to hit about $91,000 to $92,000. Again, that's only going to be wave 3. Again, from here, from this bottom of this wave 4, 1, 2, again, we're working on this 3 up here. Again, I'm looking for this to hit up at about 92, somewhere around $92,000. Then we pull back for wave 4. And then we go up for wave 5. My wave 5 target is going to be at about 130,000. 130,000. Now, we may not get there. And don't just buy Bitcoin here and just say, oh, this guy on YouTube said it's going to go to $130,000. A lot has to happen between now and then. A lot has to happen between now and then. So you better make sure that you're not just blindly following and that you actually have a plan. I have a plan for this, and I take it one day at a time. One day at a time. All right. I'm really interested in taking a look at the S&P 500 because right now it is in a massive dump. So let's just take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at ES1. This also is another one I've been watching for a while. For a while, I've been watching this guy. And if you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know that we've been watching this. All right, so from here, we're hitting our upside target. So I'm short on SPY. We hit our upside target darn perfectly. We've been watching this 1618. Again, 1, 2. The upside target was the 1618. We hit it. We're short. And you know what? We're profiting off of that short. All right, so far so good on that. We hit our upside target. Now we're currently lower than we have been since the 13th, since yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, we are currently trading lower. This is looking really good. Basically, on our Discord server, we have a vertical at 413, 414. So as long as we close below 413, we're going to hit our maximum profit targets on SPY. So as of right now, this trade looks fabulous. Fabulous. All right. Let's see here. I've kind of delayed because watching it from the beginning. Can I post? Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely, Dennis. You can post any ideas in the Discord. I'd be more than happy to take a look at those for sure. For sure. But anyway, so we've got wave 3. So I believe we're going to be going down for wave 4 now. Now, how far is wave 4 going to go? Well, I'm betting that it's going to, SPY in particular, is going to close below 413 by Friday. But how far are we going to go? Well, we know the deal. We're going to measure wave 2 to wave 3, and then we're going to be taking a look. I'm going to put the 236 on here. 236 is right there. That's going to be, oops, try that again. 236 right there at 4. Oh, did I do it again? I did. 236, push the OK. There we go. Wave 4 is going to be sitting down here just waiting, right? It's a magnet, and it's going to be waiting here at about 4,094.50. Are we going to get there? I believe that we probably will. Are we going to get all the way down here to 4063? That's a little bit of a stretch. But also, let's take a look at this. We've been watching this, as you can see. We've been watching this for a long, long time. I've got a channel on this as well. We've got a top here. We've got a top right there. I know it's hard to see. I apologize for that. But what just happened? Well, we didn't quite get it, but we were pretty darn close, and now we're selling off. Again, I believe that this was the top of the wave 3. We're going to go down as we are continuing to fall, even as I speak right now. I believe we're going to fall down to at least retest 4,100. It's going to take a couple days. This stuff doesn't happen quickly, right? More often than not, this does not happen quickly. What do we have? Well, we've got basically a large sell area right here. Looking at the waves indicator, the hourly, the 3-hour, and the daily. Really, this is the 12-hour because ES is almost a 24-hour market. So we'll call this the 12-hour. They're all in overbought condition. And really, the 12-hour has been an overbought for a long, long time. So, you got to take this with a grain of salt. But we do look like we are getting some confirmation to the downside that we are going to pull back. If we pull back and we close today red, I think we're going to keep going. I don't think it's going to stop. Now, granted, there's still 2 hours left in the trading day. A lot of things can happen, but this is just my opinion on ES. So remember, ES is sitting at 41.23, and then we've got the S&P that's going to be sitting at a slightly different price. So SPX is sitting at about 41.30. So we are looking like we're going to be moving down. Let's take a look at Nasdaq. All right. Nasdaq, again, had that same ascending wedge pattern that Bitcoin had. Same pattern. What's the difference? Well, it broke out. Same thing that Bitcoin did, but now it's coming back and doing that retest. It's doing it very soon. And it's breaking below where the wedge, the bottom part of the wedge was. It's already broken below that. So Nasdaq, in my opinion, is also pretty bearish. Is it going to bounce? Yes, it will bounce. It's going to do that for one purpose and one purpose alone. The reason why you get a bounce is to keep you from being bearish. It is to build confidence in bulls that you buy the dip. That's the whole purpose a wave B exists. Because right now, let me tell you what has just happened. This is important. I hope you guys are paying attention. The reason why Wave B exists is because, well, what you've got right here, you've got people that are waiting to buy the dip, and they're going to do it. They're going to buy the dip. But then what happens? The price moves up. And why does the price move up? Because you have to have the psychological peace of mind that you're right. And the market is going to go up. And it is, the correction is over and it's going to move up. And then what happens? It goes down further. The whole reason why this right here exists, the whole reason why Wave B exists is to get less bears on board. And then what's going to happen? You're going to come down here, and what are you going to say? Oh, it's just going to keep on going. It's going to keep on going, and I'm not going to buy. And then what happens? That is when you see the price move up, because here is where the correction is over. Correction is not over here. Even though it's going to bounce, the correction is not over. It will go lower. And I would say that with about 75% certainty. So keep that in mind. Elliott wave is a very subjective way of charting and a way for analyzing things, but it's not wrong. So if we do get that move up, that is the sucker's rally, and we're going to go down. Now we're talking on an hourly time frame. I'm not talking about going through June. I'm not talking about through July or anything like that. I'm simply talking about in the hourly time frame over the next week, right? Maybe even less than that. I think we're going to get a bounce. I think it's a sucker's rally, and I think we're going to go down lower. Now, I said a key word in there, I think. I don't know. Nobody knows what the market is going to do. But what I can say is, based on probability, we're likely going to get a bounce. It is likely going to get people bullish again. We're going to get back all the way up here to about 13,950. Then what's going to happen? It's going to reject, and we're going to go lower, potentially all the way down here to 13,650. This is where I would be looking to buy. I will be looking to buy down there. I'm not looking to buy here. I'm still short. I'm still short. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at some altcoins. So we've taken a look at Bitcoin. We've taken a look at the S&P. We've taken a look at Nasdaq. So let's take a look at some altcoins. I want to take a look at VeChain. It's been a long, long time since I've looked at this guy. It's been a long time. I'm going to go to the daily on VeChain. All right. So what do we have on this? More upside, more than likely. As you can see, again, I don't prepare all of this ahead of time. This is a chart that I had from a long time ago. My upside target on VeChain, let me get off of log. Nope, we're gonna stay back up here. All right, I had this 1, 2. I had my wave 3 that was sitting all the way up here at about 32 cents. I'm now obviously going to have to move it on over, right? Sold VeChain at 2 cents. Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, but it happens. But my upside target for VeChain, short term, maybe by June or July, it's going to be about 63 cents, which is 300% from where it's at right now. Now, of course, am I saying to go out and buy VeChain? No, I'm not saying that. You can make your own decisions on that. This, of course, is not something that I'm willing to buy. Let me put things into perspective. If you went to a money manager and you asked them how they trade and they said, well, you know, I wait for something to just continue to keep rising and keep rising and keep rising, that's when I buy. And that's how I make money. Would you give your money to them? I certainly wouldn't. You should be buying corrections. That's the way that I trade. I buy corrections. I'm very careful about shorting tops, but I do buy corrections. And I look for things that follow Elliott wave principle, and that is when I strike. That's when I strike. All right. So anyway, I do think that VeChain will go up to about 63 cents. I do not think that is going to be the very, very, very top. My very top on VeChain is going to be over $8. But sounds a little crazy. But when VeChain was at a penny, saying that VeChain was going to go to 16 cents, that seemed pretty crazy as well. But anyway, that's what I think on VeChain. Let me move on to Cardano. It's been a while since I've taken a look at Cardano as well. All right. Cardano, so far so good on this guy. I believe that we did have that wave 3 right here. I do think it's going to go and pass through $1.68. I don't believe that Cardano is done going up yet. I know it's down to, $1.38. It's actually down 1.73% on the day. It's down to 2.5 cents on the day. We did make a new all-time high on Cardano today. I don't think it's done, right? Again, A, B, C, correction, done, right there. So now how high are we going to go? Well, we've got that wave 3 down from this wave 2. So, yeah, I still think we're going to go up to 250. Cardano, I do believe, goes to 250. Then it's going to start a steeper pullback. And again, just like VeChain. I don't think Cardano's going to hit $21, $22, but that is technically where the upside target is. That would be absolutely crazy. In my opinion, that would be like a September, December type thing. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right. So again, is there a trade here? No, I don't think there's a trade on Cardano. I think a lot of these alts, and I'm not going to be very popular for saying these, a lot of these alts are already way, way, way overvalued. They're all a scam, and they're only here to remove wealth from retail and move it to people that have the deeper pockets. So with all these being overvalued already, I would say just be very careful. All right, let me look at Doge. A great example, Doge. Doge is over 10 cents. Doge is at 12 cents. Really? Really? Doge? How? I still think that Doge can get all the way up to about 24 cents. But let me just put this up to perspective. I'm abandoning Doge. I'm abandoning it. Do I think it can go up to 24 cents, which is double where it's at right now? Yeah. But Doge went up 100% in the last 24 hours. So for that reason, I'm done. I'm actually done with Doge, and I'm okay with that because there are so many other greater opportunities in the crypto market. And we're in a couple just waiting, right? If you want to know what they are, you need to be in the Discord. But we're in a couple altcoins just waiting. Just waiting for them to move up and out. And I've got a new one that I'm going to be releasing here in the next, 2 to 3 hours. I've got another one that I'm keeping an eye on. It's going to move. It's going to move big time. And we'll get there. Let's take a look at Lumens. Lumens, Stellar. Okay. This guy is going to move up to our target up here, right? We've had this up here. As you can see, we've had it for a while. Sitting here at about 81 cents. We're currently at 60 cents. I do believe we're going to make it all the way up here to 81 cents. After we get to 81 cents, we're going to get a pullback. That's going to be wave 4. Where is it going to land? We won't know. We don't know. More than likely, it's going to come all the way back down to about 44 cents. Going from 80 cents to 44 cents, it's almost a 50% decline. What did I say just a minute ago? Altcoins are scams. That is what they are. It's going to go up to $4. How long is that going to take? Again, September, December, something like that. So just be ready because that's going to happen. If this sucker pulls back to 45 cents, I'm in. I'm in from 45 cents to $4. I'll do it. I'm not going to buy now. It doesn't look good to buy now. It looks like it's pulling back. It looks like it's in an end diagonal. It looks like it's just going to slow grind up another 10, 12 cents. So I'm just going to sit out and wait. I'm going to wait for this guy to come back. If it keeps going, no big deal. No big deal. That's just the way that it goes. Just the way that it goes. All right. Let's take a look at Ripple. Ripple versus Tether. Now, why on earth is Ripple worth $1.69? Why? Well, it doesn't matter why. What matters is we're up here in a resistance cluster. It's getting some pullback from that, but it's still pretty bullish. Ripple's going to go to $3. It's probably going to go higher than that. So do not be surprised if Ripple goes higher. Ripple on Binance currently is trading higher than it ever has. Now, obviously, that's different for Poloniex. Okay, Ripple versus Tether on Poloniex. We're getting there, right? So you can see where the high is. Okay, the high is going to be sitting right up here at about 330, right? It's probably going to retest that. I think we're going to get some resistance there. but that's going to be a completely valid cup. Then we're going to do a handle. It's probably going to go down 50% in value. Go back down to about $1.50, maybe back to about where it is right now. Because if you get this off of log scale and you put this on linear, you've got a nice cup, and then we get a little handle, and then we take off from there. Probably it's going to hit more like $4 to $4.50. I think it's going to happen. Just have to be patient. You know, I bought Ripple actually back here where everybody was scared as hell about the SEC, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to go ahead and buy. I still have a little bit left. It's just sitting on my ledger, just waiting to be sent to an exchange and sold. As of right now, it's looking pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So that's what I've got on all of those. Now let's see if we can take a look at some other items. Matic versus Tether. I haven't looked at this in a long time. And so far, so far so good. Matic hasn't changed one bit. This is still darn perfect. From this bottom here, we've got a nice 1, A, B, C, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Go up for the 5. Matic's going to go to 82 cents. Almost guaranteed it's going to go to 82 cents. When it does its pullback, let's say it does go to 82 cents. Where's it going to pull back to for this wave 4? Probably 30 cents. I doubt it's going to make its way all the way to 16, but it's possible. Probably 30 cents. That's going to be your wave 4. But your upside target for wave 5, you're looking for anywhere between 226 and 415. It's a wide range, I know. But you're going to want to scale out between this negative 236 and that 3618. It looks like it's going to make its way there. So don't be surprised if you see Matic do a big pullback down here about 30 cents and then go up higher. I believe that most of the crypto atmosphere, in case you haven't already noticed, is in a big wave 3 right now. We're going to come back for the wave 4 and go up for the wave 5. I think Bitcoin is in a different place. But altcoins, I believe, are in a wave 3, which means they go into a wave 4 and then, of course, finally go higher for wave 5. All right. Let's see here. What else do I need to take a look at? ICX. All right. Okay. So I looked at this a while back. Let me go ahead and remove this guy. I still think ICX probably is going to pull back a little bit more, but ultimately I would expect it to go to $5. I do expect ICX to go to $5, but it's possible that it comes back down to about $1.50 to $2 first. Dips are for buying on ICX, in my opinion, because I do think it's going to go up to $5. It may even go higher than that. ICX doesn't look good short term. Long term, of course, it does look good. Actually, it could go even higher than that. It could go up to about $10 to $12. So ICX probably is going to pull back. I think that it's a little weaker than what people think it is. So yeah, I would say to hold off on ICX again for a little bit more of a pullback, but I do think it's going to go up for that wave 5. Okay, let's see here. Let me take a look at Algo. So Algo hit wave 3 and wave 4 targets. So now it's working on wave 5, and my upside target for that wave 5 is going to be $6.32. That's going to be, at least on Binance, that's going to be a new high. That is going to be a new high, up at about $6.32. Ultimately, I would expect it to go, I don't know if it's going to go up to 50. That really is going to be your target up there. I don't know if it's going to get that high. I don't know if it gets up to 632 and it does a pullback. I think it can. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Let me take an Algo versus Bitcoin. Keeping in mind right now it's at $1.40. Algo versus Bitcoin. Let's just take a look at this. All right, I'm on the daily. Let me just go ahead and zoom out. All right, so here's a great example of an altcoin that hasn't pumped. Put this into comparison. Let's take a look at Doge versus Bitcoin. Doge versus Bitcoin. It just moved sideways. It was all the way down here. We bought it at about 17 or 18 sats, right in this range. and then it's exploded, right? Algo hasn't done that. Algo versus Bitcoin, it's got that sideways movement. Here's the lull, the same lull that Doge had, but Algo hasn't gone nuts yet. I think Algo still has a long way to go. Long way to go to the upside. Well, I mean, if we take it from the very, very top and we go all the way down here to the very, very bottom, well, you at least have this 236 here at 49.06. That's double from where we're at right now. And that's not even taking into account the price of Bitcoin. If it goes up here to the 382, well, there's going to be some resistance right over here. We can see it, 83.10. That's like 300% from where we're at right now. 300%. So $1.40, was that $5.40? Well, there we go. If Algo versus Bitcoin gets its rotation, right? That's a key word, a rotation. There can be a rotation from Bitcoin or other alts into Algo that'll cause it to go up. That's going to be a key for the USD price to hit our upside targets. And if Bitcoin decides to go up to that $90,000 target, well, there we go. That's 50% on top of the 300%. So keep that all in mind. Keep that all in mind. Ethereum, didn't really want to get into Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, but we're hitting our upside target for Ethereum right now. We're basically approaching it as we speak. Okay, so I had this 2361 as a target for wave 3. Right, we've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably is going to go a little bit higher, but I think since we've passed 1767, that's going to be support, and then we go up here to 4,429. I do think that Ethereum can go this high. I think that it can, and I think that it will. I absolutely think it can and will hit our upside target up here, and that's going to be your wave 3 right there. That's going to be up here at this 2618 at 4372, 4429, somewhere in this range. Probably is where it's going to hit a top. Now, remember, we're trading in all-time high zone right now on Ethereum as well. I think that Ethereum can go all the way up to, I mean, the algo target's sitting here at 19,000. Do I think it's going to go that high? No, I'm not projecting it to go to 19,000, but I do think that Bitcoin Cash can go to 8,500. So if that's possible, then I do think Ethereum can get up there. Now, that doesn't mean that it will. I'm just saying that it can. One way or another, this looks good. The chart looks good. Again, would I buy here? No. No, there's no trade here. There's no trade here. You have to look on an hourly time frame. I mean, you don't have to, but this is how I trade. I need to find a pullback. I need to find something that looks like this to get in, or that looks like this to get in. I need a bigger pullback, because right now, if you're going to buy here, what's going to end up happening is, yeah, the price can move up. It's going to go against you. We're going to get a correction, maybe even all the way back down to 2,000 before it moves up. And if you bought at 23.44 and it goes down to 2,000, well, there you go. You're like $300 going against you at that point. Be careful buying breakouts. Again, if you were going to go up to somebody that's a money manager and they tell you that they buy something that is just going up and up and up, and that's when they buy, I wouldn't give them my money. No, because more often than not, what ends up happening is you get a breakout, but then it goes against you. Well, and then what happens? What's your trade setup? What is your plan for playing a breakout? That's just hoping and dreaming that it just keeps going. At least if you're playing a correction, you have a good area to stop. What's your stop loss by buying here? You've got no good place to stop by buying here at 23.46. Where's your stop? Right here at 20.38? So you're saying you're going to let this thing go $350 against you before you decide that you want to stop out? I would be buying the retest, because again, more often than not, this will retest these breakout zones. It almost always does. So just be careful being a breakout trader. Breakout trader, you have to have small bursts of momentum and taking profit. You got to do it quickly. All right. Let's see here. Bitcoin Cash. All right, so obviously I have not done a Bitcoin Cash chart in a long, long time. So let's see what we've got over here. We're getting close to our upside target on Bitcoin Cash. Our wave 3, again, was sitting right here. I'm going to remove all of these because these are all old. These are all very old. All right, so that's our 1. I'm going to remove this as well. Okay, so from down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're working on that 5 to complete wave 3. We're still working on this. It's going to hit like $950 to $1,000, right? It's going to hit. That's going to hit. But when that hits, we're going to pull back for that wave 4. Again, most of alts are in a wave 3, and Bitcoin Cash is no exception. No exception. It's still sitting there. Upside target is going to be about 2,400. I do think it can go higher, right? I really think that Bitcoin Cash can go up to about 8,500. But, you know, conservatively, up to 2,400, that's 300% on top of where it's at right now. I do think that there is more potential upside ahead of us. Now, this guy will probably go up to about 950. It will more than likely pull back, though. It'll more than likely pull back to at least 700. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not buying this here. I've already given you, 5 reasons why I'm not buying this because it's a breakout. I'm going to be looking for a pullback. I am going to be looking for a pullback. All right. So that's my thought on Bitcoin Cash. That's where I believe that we are. I believe that we are in the completion of this wave 4. We're in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to hit $1,000 on Bitcoin Cash. Then we're going to get a pullback. Now, of course, it may extend beyond this, but I do think that I would be shaving some off the table because even though it's going to go up, or it can go up more, right? So we've got this, and then we're going to go up. It could extend beyond that, but it's going to correct. Everything corrects at some point. This is where you buy. This is where you buy because right now, up here, everybody is euphoric. Everybody is smart. Everybody is making money. And that's not how markets work. People have to lose money. If you haven't already noticed, I'm very cautious in this area. I'm very cautious in this area because I do think that the downside potential short term is much greater than the upside potential short term. I'm looking to buy a dip. I'm looking to buy a significant dip. We haven't gotten one yet, but we will. We will get one, and I will be ready to buy when we do. All right, I'm going to take a look at DOT, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it. All right, so DOT versus Tether. All right, so again, this is one that I haven't looked at in a while as well, but we have gone beyond most of our upside targets. So this wave 3, this wave 5, and actually I'm going to make some corrections to this guy because what it looks like is this is our wave 3 here, this is our wave 4 here, and then we've got a nice little 1, 2. Things have changed. Again, I mentioned earlier, Elliott wave is very subjective, but this looks like it fits the narrative a little bit better. I do believe that wave 3 is in, and this is a nice correction, ABC, here into the 4. And then we're in the middle, I think, of a 1, 2. I think we are. And I do think that DOT can go up to about $100. I do think that it can. But what I think is happening right now is we've got a nice little A, B, we're going to get a C. Okay? I think this is what's going to happen, you guys. I don't know if it's going to happen in a day, but I do think we're going to go down to about $34 to $36. $34 to $36, I think, is where we're going to go. And once we get down there, I would buy that because we're more than likely going to go to $100, maybe even a little bit higher than that. So really, we've got $91 over here is this algo target. From this algo target on this one to, actually, that's not based on that move. Let me put the 3618, the 461. Let me put the 4618 out there. 4618 is sitting here at about 51. Yeah, I would still say that more than likely we're going to cap out at about $90 to $100 on DOT. That's what I think is going to happen. All right, guys, it's been fun. It's been fun. We've been going for 40 minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and call it. If this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, of course, as you all know, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and good evening. Take care, everyone.